calling out the enemy. I want to share what happened to me the other day because honestly, I'm sick and tired of what the devil tries to do to God's people. So if this can even help one person to not fall into the same trap that I did, then it's worth sharing. So I went to film a video the other day, like I'm doing now, and I started to get so frustrated with myself. I was struggling to get my words out. I was getting tongue-tied. I felt like Moses. I just felt like I'm not good at speaking. I never have been. I was comparing myself to other people, but I was like, I know God called me to do this. And I just got frustrated to the point of tears, and I stopped even trying to film the video. The whole rest of the day, I just felt this dark cloud over me. I had no joy whatsoever. I was having thoughts of comparison of when I was a kid, that I was carefree and didn't care what anybody thought about me, and I just felt like life experiences had ruined me and that version of me was too far gone. And what's really crazy about all of this, I'm usually someone who's quick to call out spiritual warfare. I tend to look at everything from a spiritual sense. But this time, it's like I had that thought for a brief second, but then I immediately dismissed it and was like, no, it's me this time. That's where I was deceived. It wasn't until I went to take a shower and I just suddenly had this feeling, it had to be God, telling me, this is the enemy, you don't have to take this. So I said out loud, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You have no authority. You have no legal grounds. Get out of my head. And after I got out of the shower, I felt completely like myself again. Even the light coming through the windows looked brighter. And I just remember being so baffled by the worries and anxiety I was previously having. I literally said out loud, what was I so upset about? Why was I comparing myself to other people's paths? I know that God has his own path for me. I trust God with my life. So I say all of this to remind you that we do live in a spiritual world and we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. I think what happened was I had been hearing people use the term over-spiritualize, and I started to think maybe I over-spiritualize things. And because I was leaning on my own understanding in that sense, the enemy used that as a foothold. The enemy wants us to think that he's not real because he wants us to forget the power and authority that we have over him through Christ. So I hope this helps you. I hope that this sticks in your mind so that if you ever have a similar experience, you remember that you do not have to sit back and take what the enemy is trying to do to you. And just remember, the enemy doesn't attack empty vessels. So if he's after you, it's because he's afraid of the Christ in you, and he trembles at the thought of what God is going to do through you.